Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Performance E Streaming. It is Wednesday night, and that means just one thing. It is the Thunder coming to you tonight. We are at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course tonight. As ever, I'm Mr. Carl Wilkinson with you. Joining me up here in the booth, I have Mr. Mark Johansson. Mark, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. A bit of a tough track tonight. Should be some interesting racing.
No, absolutely. A very tricky course indeed, with lots of undulation, lots of tricky corners. We also have Mr. Matty Hunter in the booth. Matt, how are you keeping, mate?
Yeah, going good, going good. Yep.
Jolly good stuff. Well, we are just into qualifying, but tonight's race is a bit of a got to say, the championship-wise, it's over and done with, as Jason Martin has wrapped up the championship now. So he wants to just put a bit of icing on his championship cake, Mark.
Yeah, definitely. And it's been a good championship for him. Some good wins, some good top fives and top tens.
No, absolutely. And, well, we saw him have a really good run at Kota last time out as well, last time we were on a road course. And hopefully tonight we will see a similar thing. We'll see some great racing on track. If I'm sounding a little bit different tonight as well, it is because I'm going to be the in-race reporter tonight. So I'm going to be busy, not just talking, I'm going to be driving as well, Mark.
Yeah, good luck to you, mate. I did a few laps around there today, and yeah, I thought, this right-hand turn and stuff, it's not for me.
It's a very tricky thing to get absolutely right. Temperature-wise, what are we looking at, Mark?
Sorry, I've just been...
I'll get them for you. 25 degrees air temperature and a 29-degree track temperature.
Okay, so warm out there for sure, and the tyres will get heated up quite quickly here. That's going to be something to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, definitely is. That little bit there that you just come over the jump, mate, do you get a lot of air under the car? Does the car unsettle yourself there?
Absolutely. So what I'll do is, as we're coming around to this, the final qualifying lap, I will quickly talk us round a lap of this track. So we come out of the final sections of corners here. Just got to be so careful on the throttle out of that corner. Very easy to loop the car down to turn number 1, dropping down to second gear here. Just try and get the apex nicely. Try and keep smooth on the exit. Take a little bit of curb on the outside. Coming up towards turn number 2 here. The big long right-hander. This corner really is crucial to get right, because you want to get the exit as good as possible, because it's a big long straight now down towards the nasty section. We're in Thunder Valley, and we will be heading down towards the very tight right-hander. Just on the crest of this hill, you've got to start braking and get it turned in right here is crucial. It's so easy to lose the rear of the car. Then you come into this section, the S's, very twisty, very hilly as well. Very easy to unsettle the car. You've got to be so cautious on the throttle. If you go too quickly, the back end will step out. Through these fast left and right corners again, just carefully on the throttle into this final little section here. This hill, always got to take care coming over that, because the rear end will just snap on you and you'll end up finding yourself in a barrier. Oh, as that did not go as well as planned. And it's so easy to lose the rear here as well. The tyres get very hot, and on that second lap it was very hot indeed. This is the carousel. This final little section is just a long turning right-hander that then goes into this sharp left. And as I said, you've got to be so careful on the exit here, because the back end just wants to step out on you. And that's a lap of Mid-Ohio.
Not the quickest way, but it is a lap nevertheless, Carl.
Absolutely. Not the best lap out there, but it's it could have been worse, I guess. At least I didn't wreck too hard.
Well, mate, you'll be happy to know that's put you in the 14th spot anyway. And there's some guys back there that just haven't even bothered about getting out and doing a lap, or they may have been unable to get their 2 laps in.
That's it. A few drivers not looking at qualifying. One of those to look out for is the 41 DPR car of Andrew Dyson. We know how quick Dyso is on road courses, and he could well be a big threat in this race.
Yeah, well, right at the moment, Darren McKenzie is still pole position tonight. He is another one that is fairly good on the road courses. So there are a few guys out there that could be a bit of a danger tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. No means that there are lots of drivers that have got lots of road racing experience. You can see that up the top of the field. There's a few names that we don't see often qualifying up towards the top of the field. You've got people like Phil Bissett, Luke Georgeson, and Norman Clark inside the top 10. Jason Martin just rounding out the top 10 there. A driver that we expect to be in that group, but not necessarily on the road courses. So there are lots of drivers that have a bit more experience on the twisty stuff over the ovals, and they are really coming to the forefront here. Watch out for them in the races as well, because they could be in for a good result.
Yeah, definitely can be, and we can see from the aerial shots there just how tight and twisty this track is. Like that turn one, that left hander, then down into turn two, into the keyhole. That is a tight right hander, and then that long straight back up the back straight up through the speed trap down into China Beach. And yeah, very tight through there as we've seen, Carl. And the cars will be very light and taily through some of these, especially as we get around lap 15, where the tyres really will start to heat up.
No, that is it. Expect to see drivers popping in for a pit stop just to get a top up on fuel and probably swap some tires as well. It's going to be more down to thermal degradation tonight rather than actual tire wear. I think you can probably keep the tires alive pretty well for a fairly decent stint, but the heat is going to be the main problem.
Yeah, and we've seen on the ovals the tyres can wear fairly quickly once it gets to well, not wear, but get very hot and really become the slick goo marshmallow. And the tyres are gonna be get a lot hotter tonight, both with the left and the right forces on them. So I would expect to see probably one or two cars off early until they get used to these tyres. Then later in the stint, we may see some guys into the fence just out braking themselves.
Yeah, that is it. Look, it's going to be crucial the other thing is getting the brakes up to temperature on that first lap mark. That's going to be a key feature of this race, just getting down to that first corner, not out braking yourself. And look, we could see some big wrecks, especially in the keyhole, just on that initial lap, as people haven't quite got their tires or their brakes up to the operation temperatures.
Yeah, definitely. And I reckon by the time we get back down through the chase, sorry, through the chute there, you can see that back left hand kink on the far screen before you come into the carousel. I reckon we may see a few guys get very taily through there once they've been through the S's and back up over the jump. But we'll
Absolutely.
go through the starting grid. Row one is Darren McKenzie on pole with Kai Turner sharing the front row. Row two, Dave Douglas and Aidan Schultz. Good to see Aidan up there. We don't normally see him that high up, but he's made it into fourth. Jai Schultz and Phil Bissett in sharing row three. Row four, Lachlan Urquio and Luke Georgeson. So it's good to see Luke up there and both Lockie. Row 5, Norman Clark and Jason Martin. Row 6, Paul Drady, Gary Willman. Row 7, Mark Smith and Tristan Koch. Row 8, Josh Mickelmore, Steve McLennan. Row 9, Ruben Phelps and our man in car, Carl Whitty. And then we have a heap of guys that have decided not to take a check at a qualifying lap.
Yeah, that's Andrew Dyson, Ryan Jones, Joshua Carroll Walden, Michael Campbell, Matty Ray, and Brett Campbell.
I'm showing Michael Campbell not on screen yet. Is he jumped in there, or are we still
I think he's
missing him?
just jumped into there now.
Okay.
Just as there is.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, well, I'll leave this starting call up to you, lads, and well, I will chat to you once it gets a little bit less hectic down here.
Does it ever get less hectic on a road course, mate?
I don't think so.
All right, mate. Good luck.
Just remember, Carl, you can win it on the first corner.
That's the plan.
All right. Good luck on the start, buddy. And we see the guys a short start lap, so they'll come around the final corner of the carousel, turn 13, and we are underway. We might just listen to these guys for the first couple of turns.
Oh, there's a couple of people struggling down at China Beach already.
Yeah, Steve McLean was one of them in the 088 car, I believe it is. He got a little bit taily and found himself, and he's just almost outbroke himself. So back up front, we still have Darren McKenzie out in the lead, and that's a nice lap from him to start. Kai Turner and Dave Douglas and Aidan Schultz, I believe. Yep, so nice start from the front four, staying in the positions that they were.
Yeah, Darren and Kai really sort of just bolted away there, and I think Kai's about a second, it's 1.2 seconds ahead of Dave Douglas in third now. So yeah, Mackenzie and Kai certainly settling in very well and skipping away. And of course, they were part of that massive 4-car battle we had for the win at Coda. So these were two of the combatants in that one as well. So they go right on the road courses.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll just see back further that they're all starting to spread out a little bit now, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing because it may be a bit of a possession. And the 35 car of 35, JCW has turned himself around there. Just came down and just as Carl said earlier, the rear end just stepped out on him.
Yeah, we'll just see if we can grab a replay here. Just having a look here. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see the replay. It's going way too far back.
Just here somewhere.
Just
Yep,
here,
you can
yeah.
see. Yep, just the front brakes lock up, and yeah, just turned himself around and found himself out in the hay paddock, and that has dropped him right down to 24th. So he's dropped right back. But JCW can come back as we have a look at Mr. Carl Whitty coming down.
Brett Campbell had a bit of a moment on the start-finish straight, just coming onto this lap as he just lost the rear end. And a few people just outbraking themselves, so it is very tricky out here at the moment. I can confirm as well on the start, Andrew Dyson did have a little bit of contact with the rear of the 65. No major harm, no major foul, but he did take a bit of a bump on his nose.
Yeah, Matt, we might just jump back with Ruben Phelps, because that battle there is heading up between the Ruben and Josh Mickelmore. I think it's Ryan Jones in there too. And so they could just come up over the jump and head down through the chase. Oh, sorry, through the chute. This is probably, and Andrew Dyson is there too. Come around the final corner there, and Carousel back onto the main straight. We are 31 off. Josh Mickelmore stretches his legs just that little bit over Ruben. But the battle there is between the Lucas Oil car, which is Mark Smith and Paul Grady and Andrew Dyson. Yeah. Yep. Dyson makes a nice run up the inside of turn 1 and gets the job done. So as they head on to the back straight through the speed trap, it'd be nice if we could actually see an actual time, a speed calculation there through the speed trap, just to see the difference in the boys on how quick they can get down. Ruben Phelps is actually closing back up on the back of Josh and giving him some curry.
I think Ruben might be stronger in certain parts of the track than Josh at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Up over the jump, down through, heading back down through the chute again. Josh seems a lot stronger through this back section of the track, and Ruben's strong up into the S's.
Ruben's now got Andrew Dyson looking up behind him here, so he needs to be careful.
It's definitely not one person I'd like to have behind me on a circuit. Is Andrew Dyson.
It's not too bad. You just got to keep your line. Don't get distracted and stay on your racing line and make him find a way around you.
We can see Ruben there get a little bit taily, and Dyson takes the opportunity to get down the inside, and he's got it done down through the speed trap. So nice job there by Mr. Dyson.
He only needs one opportunity and he will strike quickly.
Yes, he certainly will.
So we'll jump back up to the front here, because Darren McKenzie's really building a big lead now, almost out to 3 seconds. So he's really putting the pedal to the metal.
So we were talking before. There's a couple of options for the race tonight. And we all seem to like the idea of a 50-50 race. So 50% of the race come in, take fuel, take tyres, and then run to the end. But I'm just wondering if any of the guys will run that long stint and get down to nearly empty the tank, and then come in, Matt.
Yeah, there's 2 options. I mean, I always like, if you're going to split it, split it in the middle and then get a fresh set of tyres, so you only have to make the tyres live for 18 laps or so. But if you can make it the tyres live for we think maybe 35 laps for a full tank. Yeah, I imagine that'd be pretty second hand by the time you got to lap 30.
Yeah, I know I definitely wouldn't want to be out there on 30 lap old tyres. I'd be happy to be out there just on 2 lap old tyres coming.
I can tell you, even on 2 laps, these tyres are not good. We're getting to that stage now where the rears are starting to get a little bit hot. Back end is really starting to struggle on these cars. So watch out for people on the exit of corners, just making mistakes, just losing the rear of the car.
And we won't see full course yellows here tonight either. We'll only see localised cautions. So a little bit different to the ovals, where in real life you would probably get a full course yellow, but iRacing only runs with the localised cautions for road racing. So we won't see the guys bunch up anytime soon, so they're going to have to chase each other down.
Yeah, they are. There's no chance of catching up. If you lose a few seconds from a little mistake, you have to make it back on pace, pure pace. You're not going to get a caution or a safety car to make up that gap.
Yeah, definitely. Just we're looking at Phil Bassett and Lachlan Urquio and Aidan Schultz there. We've
You mentioned Urquio
Mark-
and he ran wide. Put the curse on him, Mark.
Oh, dearie me.
We don't even need to say he's doing all right. We just need to say the name.
Yeah.
The commentator's
But
curse.
now he's fallen back into the clutches of Norman Clark, Gary Wellman, and Ryan Jones.
Yeah, Ryan Jones starting near the back. He's having a pretty good run so far. Up 9 positions. I'm sure he'll want to get up another 10 spots. If he gets up another 9, he probably won't be very happy again.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah. Yep. He's had a bit of a look there on the inside of the 45, just not quite able to get it done there. Let's see if he can get a good exit onto the front straight here.
Yeah, he's got a good run there. I think he'll get it. Oh,
Yeah.
Gary Wellman getting a little bit
A little bit of the grass.
wobbly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still side by side though. See how they go coming down to the keyhole.
And Gary's on the right side now, coming
Yeah.
into the keyhole. He's on the inside, but Jones has got it done. Nice move by Jones. Good drive, good way to hang tough out there. But you can see the white car of Andrew Dyson closing in on this battle too now.
Yeah, Dyson's looking up on the back there.
Paul Drady is in pit lane, so not sure what's happened to that car.
Looks like a bit of tyres and stuff. Maybe an off track, I'm not too sure. I think Paul might be deciding to roll with the strategy where he's not going to pit now till the end. He's done his one pit, he's got enough fuel to make it to the end, and that's it. He's going to go from here to the end. So we'll keep an eye on that.
That's going to be a very slippery set of tyres on the end. Some nice marshmallow black rubber. With 30 laps left to go.
See Dave Douglas coming under a bit of pressure here now from the 27-inch Jai Schultz.
I would have expected Jai to get past Dave earlier and be chasing down Turner and Mackenzie, but he's just not having the run that he needs really. He just can't get up close enough. But we can see there Dave Douglas getting very loose out of turn 1.
That's allowing Schultz to catch up on him and try and make a run on him. I'd say those rear tyres of Dave's are really starting to hurt, and it's really starting to affect him.
Nice move there for
Dave's.
Jai.
Yeah, Dave's really struggling on those tyres at the moment.
That's the green on the car, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's drifting that thing around.
Yep. I think he's decided that these set of tyres are probably done, and he probably needs to come in and get a new set. So we just have to keep an eye on Dave and see if he comes into the pits this time or not.
Like someone should send the message out to him that you do that after you win the race, not during the race.
Oh no, he's going to keep going, but he is really struggling on those tyres.
Yeah, and I guess once those tyres heat up, there's no real area where you can get them let them cool down, because they always are under load almost. Like that back straight down through the speed trap into China Beach. That's the only real long area that you've got, but they're not going to cool off that quick.
No, they're not. It's going to work the tyres very hard. Not much chance to get them cooled up. Even Mackenzie, I think, is struggling a little bit with the heat in his tyres, but he is setting down a really blistering pace.
Well, he's now got that gap out to nearly 4 seconds. It's 3.7 second gap over Kai Turner. So it's been a pretty good driving driving night for Darren, and let's hope I just haven't put the mocker on him.
Yeah, he's definitely looking very, very strong.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Sorry, we have another car deciding to come down pit lane in Michael Campbell.
Yep, Campbell's in. Looks like he's getting service on the right side.
And
left side's up as well, so 4 new tyres for Michael Campbell as well.
Just as you went away from Dave Douglas there, he was coming over the jump and he was out in the grass, and the whole rear end was nearly 90 degrees, and Dave is in the fence.
I think a bit of frustration there. I think he's cooked his tyres and he's pretty frustrated about it, so he's going to come in and get 4 new tyres or probably park the car. So that means Ryan Jones has moved up to 8th spot and Andrew Dyson up to 9th. And they are... Sorry, Mark.
Just watching Dave. He's taking tyres, so I'll say he's going to get serviced and get back out there.
Yep. Yep, he's going to go back out and see what he can do.
Dyson is... Sorry, mate. Dyson is now right on the back of Ryan Jones, so this is a battle that's going to heat up very soon.
A lot of people are being caught out just by the heat on the tyres, I think, and that little bit of wear, and I've seen a few people have to pop into pit lane already, and that's not a good thing for this race because it's going to hurt you in the long run.
Especially if anyone out there can look after their tyres a little bit better, and we see these guys here, Ryan Jones and Dyson, all keeping the car very straight. None of these three are trying to move the car around. They're very easy on the brakes. Into the turn, you can see Lockie there even taking a little bit wider to try and take the pressure off those tyres. Even Martin up in front is not really pushing that hard in front of these three.
It's so important to look after your tyres. I mean, if you cook your tyres and you're having to get new fresh tyres after 11 laps, you're really going to struggle to get them for 28, 29, 30 laps to the end. You're probably going to have to look at it coming in and grabbing another set of tyres in 10 laps time.
Yeah. These guys are really, they want to get past each other, but they're just not game enough to push it that little bit. And Lockie's opened the door a little bit there. Jones just wasn't close enough to get down. As we see Dyson give Jonesy a little love tap, hurry up. Oh, and Jones right into the back Merklio there. So
some front damage to him as well.
Yeah. Luckily though, Matt, the aero's not that important here. It's as we've keep saying, you've got to look after those tyres, because you can see the front of Dyson's car a little bit damaged from the love tap he gave our own Mr. Whitty there on that first lap.
Love tap or brake check? What do you reckon it was?
I reckon it was probably a brake check.
Probably a brake check, strategy call.
Since he's got new pedals tonight, so just making sure they work.
Yeah. Yep. I think Jones might have just got caught out there. Urko might have braked a bit harder than he was expecting, and that's just why he ended up giving him a hit in the back.
But it's let Urko get away a little bit from Jones. They spread out a little bit here, but they close right back up through that back section, down through China Beach, through the S's.
Circular runs wide.
Into China Beach there. So Jones has gone the long way around. Come into the S's, and Dyson's going to want to get past Urko now, so Jones doesn't get away from him. Up over the jump, down into the chute they come. You can see there Jones has just gapped them, those two, a little bit now that he's got past Lachlan down into the carousel, and Lachlan runs very wide there.
I think there was a bit of an awkward braking from Jones there, which kind of forced Lockie to just recheck his line. But yeah, if you're Ryan Jones, you're hoping that Lockie can stay in front of Dyson for as long as you can, just to hold him up and give him a little bit of a gap. But this is all for position at the bottom end of the top 10, so there's, you know, don't pull over and let them go. Battle it out.
Yeah, definitely. Don't give any room here. Although you've got to be careful too that you don't leave the door open, because someone like Dyson will take that dive.
Looks like Martin just had a bit of a lock up on the entry to China Beach there before.
Just back up looking at Mackenzie, mate. That gap is now down to 2.5 between himself and Kyle Turner. But he's still nice and neat. He's still keeping that car very straight. Carl, the race leader's on your back door, mate.
Absolutely. I'm just about to say they're catching up to a few of us down the back now. Tristan Koch just getting past me on fresh boots. But I have a lot of blue LEDs in my face now telling me that the race leader is right behind me. So we'll do my best to not hold them up too much.
Nice step aside, mate.
I've been impressed, the Mackenzie and the Kai Turner cars, they look very very nice and stable. Like, they're looking after their tyres, they're not overheating them. Just being very, very patient, nice lines, not locking up. And that's really, really helping them just stay up there and put in consistent lap times.
I'm just watching the speed through the S's, and please forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm working in the old mile crowd. So I'll over the jump there. Darren's only just getting back up to 100 miles
Mark,
an hour.
I think something's happened with Dyson and somebody.
So I'm seeing an incident here for Dyson. I'll jump in and have a look. The replay. See if we can work out what's happened here. So the 41 and the 42 battling hard for position here. I think we're going to see some contact soon. Or not. Still watching the replay here. It's gone back a long way, unfortunately.
I think you might find it maybe down through the S's or through the S or here.
The Dyson's made the pass. Oh, he's locked up and he's run wide, forced Lockie up, and then he's gone off track himself. And then he's come back in. There we are,
Yeah, redressed it so our racing doesn't give him a penalty.
So you can just see he just got a little bit too hot into the corner, trying to make the pass on the inside and just overshot it.
Now 10 laps ago that probably would have paid off that move, but with the tyres so hot and the brakes are getting on lap 17, it's probably not going to work. So Dyson now knows his limitations of those tyres and those brakes.
He does, and while we're in replay, he has actually managed to get that pass down of the 42. We knew that was going to happen, but it's allowed Ryan Jones, who we saw, they were right together, and Ryan Jones has managed to kick about 5 seconds clear now of Dyson. He's in the process. He's passed Jason Martin as well. He's just solidly putting in laps there.
So just for interest's sake, Dyson is 24 seconds behind Mackenzie. So that's a big time gap to make up.
Yeah,
But with 22 laps to go, I say he's probably one of the people out here that could do that.
yeah, it's possible that he could do that. I think he lost probably about 5 seconds with that off-track incident that he had there.
Sorry, mate. Just Darren McKenzie and Kyle Turner just come over the jump there, and they were both sideways. So their tyres are starting to feel the pinch too now, and the gap is down under or just over Turner's in.
Kai's in.
I can inform you now, it is pure heat. There is no real wear. In that stint, my tyres were pretty good. They were right front was down to about 95% at its worst, but temperature-wise, it was way up there in the highest points of the 70, 80 degree mark.
Yeah, so that's definitely getting a little bit hot. Jai Schultz in. That's unusual. We haven't seen Jai try for an alternate strategy tonight. He's sticking to the standard plan.
I'd say watch out for maybe Andrew Dyson just taking fuel. He might try and just take fuel, let the tyres cool down in pit lane, and then go back at it. Could be worth a try.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Mackenzie comes in this lap. I've just because he's coming down through the S's now, and that thing was all sideways.
And you have to be careful as well with he's on back. Who was Kai Turner? Sorry, in second place. Kai having fresh tyres and cooler, he might be able to put a couple of seconds on him and sort of leapfrog him. I think Darren's got a little bit of contact to the front of his car as well. I think looking at the incidents, he might have had a bit of an issue with that lap car at some point.
Yeah, or he got very close, but he stays out again. So he may be doing what we what we all discussed, splitting it into two 19 lap stints. So it'd be interesting to see if he comes in the next lap or two.
Yeah, he should be. If he's going to, it would be anytime soon. But if he's comfortable out there, I mean, his lap times are only about 3.5 seconds off his best lap. And in terms of other drivers, yeah, he's right about it.
Well, he's got 19 seconds. So Aiden must have just come into the pit lane because I see him dropping down. So that puts Mr. Jones up into the bridesmaid spot again. And he has got 19 seconds over Ryan Jones.
Ryan's favoured second position there. Phil Bissett, the third on track position as well. No one yet to pit.
And we can see Dyson there closing right up on the back of those two. So it won't be long before we see Dyson having a challenge at those two.
Mackenzie's in.
Yep, Mackenzie's in.
So yep, he's going to split this one down right down the middle.
Yep. Just to be interesting to see, he's got 16 seconds over Jones, but here they come now in the background. Are those three going to come in? So
Jones is in. Yep.
Yep. Jones and Bissett's in.
Dyson has stayed out, so he will
stayed out.
He'll inherit the lead, but he'll still need to have a pit stop, we expect.
Yeah, I don't think they can get home on the one tank. So we've been told about 35 laps to a tank, so that's going to see him two or three laps short. So Mackenzie's got to tiptoe and get some temps back into those tyres. He doesn't want to heat them up too quick.
Kai Turner has leapfrogged him with the undercut, fresh tyres. About 3 seconds. Kai's got on Mackenzie.
It'll be interesting once Dyson comes back in. If Dyson, I don't think Dyson's going to be able to stretch that lead much more on those older tyres. But in saying that too, we all know what those DPR cars can do, and how they can get the maximum out of their fuel.
Yeah, he'd be putting into hot laps now if he trying to get as much as he can out of those tyres. But as you say, it's not tyre wear, it's tyre heat that's the issue. So yeah, keeping the temperature down those tyres. Dyson's definitely one of the best at doing it.
It'd be interesting just to jump on board with him, Matt, just to see the steering input that he's got.
Yeah, we'll go for a couple of laps.
Yep. So we can see not heavy on the steering, just nice and easy, right off the throttle, back onto it now, nice and hard, up in the red line. And you see red line again. So he's keeping that car very straight. You see backing off very early, very, very nice and easy. Little bit loose there. You see the opposite lock go on.
Nice, smooth, gentle inputs as well.
Yep.
That's the key to looking after those tyres.
Well, I thought we had put the mocker on him as he comes up over the jump down into the chute.
He just has supreme confidence and throttle control. So over those undulations, you think he's going to go because he's going so quick, but he's just able to keep that car in the right position.
So, nice, clean, easy lap. Nowhere near some of the inputs some of these other guys will be putting in the car. And see him there just hanging out a little bit wider, taking the pressure off the side walls of the tyres. And again, nice and straight, nice, easy. And he holds it back down a gear, turns in, nice and gentle. No real jarring of the wheel.
No sort of stabbing motions with it, and yeah, and then patience as well on when to get onto the throttle and turning in and turning out.
I can tell you now, Matt, looking at the time, Dyson's best lap is a 1:28.1, and he's only a second slower, a 1:29.1. So, I mean to say, that's telling me that he's really looking after those tyres. But here's Kai Turner, second place guy, closing in on him. So it would be interesting to see whether Dyson can hold him at bay. And then you can see there, just in the background on that shot, Mackenzie closing in on these two.
It's definitely closing up and heating up at the front here. Kai's having a really good strong run at the moment.
Oh, a little bit of a sideward step there for Kai.
So Kai just needs to look after those tyres, keep that heat down on them. Don't get too carried away with racing to 41.
Oh, a little bit sideways there for Dyson. But Dyso would be a Mr. Cool. He would have been in this situation plenty of times. So, as we see,
Kai
Mr.
blink out
Turner
and out, yeah.
into the other dimension. I was going to say, Dyson wouldn't be too fussed about this. You know, he'd be just going about his business, nice and easy. But Kai's looking at a dive here.
Yep.
Yep.
It's letting him know he's there. It'll be interesting to see if Mackenzie can use this to catch up on the back of them as well.
You still see Dyson just keeping it nice and straight, where Kai's just starting to push that car a little bit. So he's got to be careful not to push too hard, otherwise he will turn those tyres back into marshmallow, and Dyson will have his will be able to cover him off.
As Dyson's in the pit.
Dyson's in pit.
So the question is whether he's going to do fuel only or tyres. Let's have a look here.
Oh, did he miss his bay then? Looks like he's going to take tyres.
So right sides. Yep, left sides. So we're saying 4 tyres and fuel there. Fuel to the end of the race.
Yep.
So 15 laps to go.
And he's going to be on some very nice fresh boots to the end. Watch him set some qualifying laps in this run, I'd say.
Yeah, he's not going to have to worry at all. He's going to just go for it.
So he's come back out in 8th position. Now his best time is a 1:28.1. So we'll keep an eye on that time for you, ladies and gentlemen, and let you know when he does start pushing that little bit.
Yeah, it's if he starts cranking out the 128s, it's going to be. I mean, Kai Turner and Mackenzie were both in the 128.7 range the last lap around. And after the pit stop, Dyson's 27 seconds behind. So it's going to be a pretty hard ask for him to catch.
It definitely is going to be a hard ask. But we'll just have to wait and see what his second lap on this set of tyres, what times he's doing there. But we've got Kai Turner in the lead, Darren McKenzie second, Jai Schultz third, Aidan Schultz fourth, Ryan Jones fifth, Jason Martin sixth, Phil Bissett seventh, Andrew Dyson eighth, Lachlan Urquio in ninth, and his teammate Ruben Phelps up into the top 10. So that's a pretty interesting top 10.
Yeah.
Bissett's having a very strong drive tonight. It's good to see.
Yeah, it is.
Really good job. As you see, Drady was the one who pitted early. He's done 16 laps on the set of tyres. So he's only about one second off his fastest lap time. So yeah, tyres are holding on at the moment for him. And the only one to not pit so far, correction, there are 3 cars that haven't pitted. 12th position is Joshua Carroll-Warden here, running long to try and make up some of that time back after the spin early on. Steve McLennan hasn't pitted. He has pitted.
Yep, only JCW is the only car to not pit so far.
My timing data is very off tonight, so yeah.
A hammer will fix it.
Yeah.
But back up the front here, we're watching the first and second, and that gap is out to 1.2 seconds now. So looks like Kai's been able to just cover off Mackenzie. So I'm just looking at the time here. The last lap for Kai Turner was a 1:28.4, and the last lap for Mr. Dyson was a 1:28.09. So he is fractionally quicker, but with that time, I don't think he's definitely not going to catch those front boys, Matt.
No, not at the moment. Neil Pearson in the chat thinks that Dyson is going to drop at 26, so and I think he's going to have to drop a couple of 26s, I think, to try and make up that gap. 3 or 4 seconds a lap to make up if he can on those fresh tyres. But you can see I've got a graphic up at the moment with the last lap times. So yeah, the Kai and Darren are still circulating in the 128s. And we'll see when Dyson comes around what he's done.
But Jason Martin is in the 1:28.7, so I mean, so he's still got some speed there under that car. Everyone else is in the 129s or the high 28.
So Dyson's just gone into the 127.4. So he's made up a second and a half that lap on the leaders. We won't focus on it. We'll jump through the other competitors as well.
Oh, back up the front. We've got a challenge for the lead. Mackenzie had a real big look there at Turner on the inside going through China Beach. So
yeah, I worried a little bit that Kai might have heated his tyres up a little bit too much when he was sort of racing the 41 for position.
yeah, but we see here too, Mackenzie's getting a little bit of a slide on out of down through that chute then. So sorry, down through the Thunder Alley on the Thunder Alley. So let's hope Darren's not trying to push too hard. He's just got to keep them tyres under him. But either way, this is going to be a great battle to the end if these boys can stay as close as they are now. And Ryan Jones in third place is
22 seconds off.
Yeah, 22 seconds off.
Yeah, of course we're watching for the Ryan Jones second place finish. Watching for that. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen unless these top two battle too hard and slow each other down or take each other out accidentally.
We can't have Mr. Jones winning a race. Jesus.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I certainly won't be able to keep a straight face if he finishes second again, that's for sure. I wasn't able to last week after his interview. Yeah, they both Turner and Mackenzie, they're both kicking sideways, aren't they?
Yeah, and Mr. Pearson's righty on the chat. If these two do keep going the way they're going at the moment, Dyson may catch him. But he's got a lot of cars still between him
well,
and
Dyson just got past Ryan Jones.
Yep.
And, that battle's getting very tight there.
So he's got clear track in front of him now, so he can set some qualifying laps.
So Dyson is nearly 2 seconds quicker than these two guys at the front here. So it's not out of the question.
It's going to be right on at 10 laps, 2 seconds, and 20 odd seconds to make up.
Just look, jumping back. Our man that we always interested in seeing, Matty Raymond, is just outside the top 10 at the moment in 12th. So he's done another nice job to get almost into the top 10. And right behind him is Mr. Norman Clark. So both these boys are having another great run tonight too.
Yeah, Matty Ray up 11 spots. Norman Clark's actually down 4, so he started qualified 9th.
Turner's off.
Oh no. So we've seen Kai Turner drop back there. Let's have a look and see what's happened here. Hopefully we get exactly on it and not take half an hour. There we are, so...
That looks like it's over the jump. Oh no. Yep, over the jump there. Yeah. He's got the back out. And
see, it's already sliding around.
Yep, coming into the chute. And it just steps out on him on the chute. I tell you what, Darren was lucky not to get cleaned up there. Kai's done well to hold that to the outside of the track until he's got past. Gassed it up. Done the 360. Grabbed the gear and away he goes again. Yeah, but those tyres will be cooked.
Yeah, they will be now, especially doing that burnout to save the car, able to just put extra heat into them as well. So, which you can just see when he puts the power down coming out of the corners, it is very kicking sideways a lot. Those tyres are very hot. So that kind of splits everybody up a little bit here. Now Darren's out in front, 8 seconds to Kai Turner in second. And then Dyson another further 10 seconds back from Kai Turner. So they're all out in sort of fresh air at the moment.
Look out, Carl. Your love child's behind you.
I spotted him coming. I don't want to get rammed again, so I just got off the line for him this time.
Now, I did see an off-track incident for Mr. Wivy pop up before.
No, you didn't. There's no
Let's
such
have a look
thing.
at what that was. Of course, Carl's our in-race reporter.
Just coming into turn 1, I just got... it was actually just downshifting, and once the car gets loose, as I have another off track as I'm trying to explain that one, but just as the car gets loose in that respect, it's just very hard to keep it in a straight line. Once it starts turning, it keeps on turning.
So just have a little look at Carl doing some lawn mowing and a bit of rearranging of the sandpit, and then coming back out.
Yeah, laugh it up, boys.
I certainly wouldn't be keen to do in-race reporting, that's for sure.
And mate, you're not in your beloved Toyota tonight.
No, that's the problem. It's just not driving correct, this thing. Just, you know, something wrong with it.
Well, can't say too much about them Mustangs because one of them are out front leading at the moment.
There's a good battle going on as well between Martin and Bissett as well. They're getting very close to each other, and I think Josh Micklemore's in that mix too.
Yeah, Josh Micklemore pretty quiet. 14th spot tonight. Definitely not a fan of the road courses in these cars.
I'm just trying to see who that car is behind him, and that's gone on the excursion out there in the grass. Because he's definitely had a heavy hit because he's got no bonnet left on that thing. I guess that's one way to keep the car cool.
Luke Jordan, I think.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Yep. I guess that's one way to cool the motor down.
Yeah.
Rip the bonnet off.
He's got to be careful, the leader's coming up on him now.
Luke will be aware and he'll move out the road. He'll be getting the blue and white flags, I'd say. Which is one of the only times the NASCAR drivers see the blue and white flags is on the road circuits.
Just having a quick little look for the last lap times. So, top two are holding pretty consistent on the 129.6 range. And Dyson in the only one in the 128s.
And nearly a second faster
Mm.
than Mackenzie and Turner.
He's still 14 seconds down and 6 laps to go, so it's going to be close.
Darren's just got to keep his head, keep his driving the way he is, and I think he should get home. But as you're 100% right, Matt, it is going to be a close call.
Gary Wellman and Rupert Phelps having a good little battle before, but it's broken up a little bit between those two cars. Still a few bits of action on track, but it is starting to break up a little bit as this stint goes on.
Darren just got a little bit sideways there, coming out of the final turn onto the main straight. Matt back in, not keeping the car nice and straight.
So Georgeson lets him pass there. So we'll just set the camera here and we'll just watch in real time the gap. So that was Ty Turner. This is Dyson come through third here now. That is the lapped car of McLennan. Another lap car of Tristan Koch here. This is Ryan Jones. Followed by Jai and Aiden. Jai Schultz and then Aiden Schultz. Bissett has got past Jason Martin. Lockie Urko a ninth. And then Ruben Feltz in 10th, running out the top 10. And we can see here is Gary Wellman. The orange car there, that's the lapped car of Michael Campbell.
Don't worry about that next one.
This one here is the lapped car of Carl Withy, is it? Yep. He's got Matty Ray in the yellow behind him, and then Norman Clark. And Norman's in the 13th spot. And the orange car coming down the straight now, that's Josh Micklemore, 14th, followed by Paul Jady, 15th, who's still making those tyres last, doing a really good job. And JCW, who has taken that last stop now.
And put the
Mark
mocker
Smith.
on him as we see JCW head towards the camera.
He just wanted to get the sponsors on the camera tonight, you know, just getting a little bit more time.
Yep. Certainly did that because it was an eye full of a Mustang badge. Good to see Aiden Schultz up there in the top 10 tonight. It's a good run for him.
Yeah, as Brett's alluding to in the chat, yeah, really good run for the Golden Octopus 52.
Yep. And I just got to shout out to Brett too. Yeah, mate, I'm the same. I would have parked it on about lap 3. So you've done a lot better than what I would have done, being a mobile chicane out there.
I don't think I would have parked it. I just would have been on a 3 or 4 stop strategy. Getting tyres every 5 laps.
I think I probably would have been every 2.
Another thing to watch out for just in these closing stages are incident points as well, because it's very easy to collect them as you just run a little bit wide, especially if you're trying to go fast. So watch out for a couple of those lead cars if they get some incident points under their belts.
Yeah, everyone's looking pretty good except for Mr. Withy himself sitting on 11, and Steve McLennan sitting on 15. Now 12 is a drive-through and 17 is a DQ. So yeah, be careful there, Mr. Withy.
I'm trying.
No more incident points, thank you.
Easier said than done, unfortunately.
Back up the front with the top 3, with Kai Turner sitting pretty consistent around that 7-second mark behind Darren McKenzie in first. But Dyson's now got that gap down to under 10 seconds, and so I imagine we'll start seeing him looming up on the back of Kai Turner pretty soon. And Jones is sitting pretty consistently at 22 seconds behind.
Well, at least Jonesy won't be disappointed. He won't get bridesmaid again. So that's what, top 5 for him tonight. So that won't be too bad. He won't be happy, but he won't be disappointed either.
Yeah, it's a pretty good run for him. Kai's really having to slow down there. He's really struggling on those tyres by the looks of it. We're really starting to see Dyson start looming up on the back of Kai Turner there. So pretty soon we're going to have a battle. But I think with 2 laps to go and 8 seconds, I think Darren McKenzie's, barring a mistake, he's going to be able to hold on for this.
I think so. You're right. It's going to take either a tangle with a lap car or a big off track somewhere for him to lose this. So it's his race to lose, as they say.
I think so indeed, yeah. He just needs to keep hitting those marks and looking after those tyres. And hitting those marks, he can hit you, and he can hit Mark Smith if he wants.
No, he can't hit those Lucas Oil cars.
It's been a solid season for Mackenzie, though. He's had some really good results in the Thunder.
Yeah, it's been really good to see his return. He's come back. I think he won the first round, didn't he, Daytona?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, so immediately came back into the series and did really, really well. And I think he's picked up at least another win for the season as well. So it's not just super speedway. But yeah, he's been really, really strong and all round strong as well. Most of the tracks we've been to, he's been in the top 5 or in the conversation for the win.
Yep. So as he takes the white flag for the final lap, the interest there is going to be, can Dyson get past Turner on this final lap? I think it's going to take a big dive somewhere for Dyson. But as I said, Dyson's the man that can take those big dives and make them pay off.
Okay. Still not quite close enough.
No.
I think if he's going to do it, he'll have to make up quite a bit of time for the S's.
I think if he's going to do it, it's going to have to be down into the chute or the carousel. You see the different lines there. Dyson's really turning it back in, and just seeing there Turner's car get really loose in the rear end. Dyson is right over the bumper. That Mustang, that Mustang of Chev, I should say, is going to be 10 foot wider than it normally is, as we see Mackenzie come through the final turn down the front straight to take the checkered flag. So Mackenzie's our winner. Our battle here is really for second. Can Dyson get the drive? No, he's got it all crossed up. So Kai Turner is lucky and he gets the second place. As we see Mr. Ryan Jones through the final turn onto the main straight for a nice well-earned 4th place, and Joy finishing 5th. A great result for Aidan Schultz in 6th place, and the Lucas Oil of Phil Bissett in the 7th. Jason Martin 8th. Lachlan Urquio, a nice spot in 9th. He won't be 100% happy, but won't be disappointed. And
I
Ruben
just say
Phelps.
watch Josh Micklemore and Paul Drady here. They're getting very close on this final lap.
That's Paul's race done. Getting it crossed up like that. Don't think he's going to be able to catch Martin. Micklemore, sorry. Yeah, if he didn't cross that up coming over that jump there, Matt, I think he may have been able to get a bit closer.
Yeah, he might have a chance of it, yeah.
A JCW, a nice recovery for him there. Up inside the top 20 for the final race. As we see Mackenzie pull it up on the start-finish line. And will we see? Yep.
Victory burnouts. Those tyres will definitely be pretty hot now.
Yep. I was hoping we'd see a Shane Van Gisbergen down around turn 1. But that's the race tonight. A great race. Finishing order is Darren McKenzie from Southern Stars Esports takes the win in his Ford Mustang. Then the next three are Chevys with Kai Turner in second, Andrew Dyson from DPR in third, and Ryan Jones, the privateer, up there in fourth. Jai Schultz for Inside Lane Sim Sports in fifth, Aidan Schultz from Quantum Motorsports sixth, Phil Bassett from Lucas Oil Motorsports, so I can say that because I know who he is, and Pluckers Racecraft in seventh, Jason Martin, Mitch Motorsports in eighth, Lachlan Urkleo, SRM Australia, and rounding out the 10 is his teammate Ruben Phelps, also for SRM Australia. As we go over the page, Gary Willman, good to see. Not a great result for him, but he'll still be happy in 11th for Sim Boys. Matty Raymond up in the 12th position, SRM Australia. Norman Clark, Black Arrows car in 13th. Josh Mickelmore from Mitch Motorsports in 14th. Paul Drady in 15th. JCW in 16th. Mark Smith 17th. 18th Tristan Koch. 19th Michael Campbell. And our very own Mr. Carl Whitty, a nice top 20 finish in 20th. Luke Georgeson in 21st. Steve McLean in 22nd. Brett Campbell took it behind the fence early in 23rd. And Dave Douglas, not a night for Dave to remember, in 24th.
Yeah, he wasn't too heavy once he heated those tyres up, and yeah, unfortunately.
Jason
Yeah.
Martin just done his big burnout because he's definitely clinched the title. It's 100% official as well. So congratulations to him too.
Yes, congratulations. We might have to see if we can get him into the booth too. If anyone's listening, to send him a message. We might have a quick chat with him, season 1 champion. We're just waiting on. No, we can start. We'll pull Mr. Dyson up into the booth. Our third place getter. Andrew, welcome to the booth and congratulations, mate, on third place.
Hey guys, thanks for that.
Didn't quite pan out the way you liked. You were definitely given chase to those boys in front. We thought you may have ended up getting Kai in the end with his little bit of his off that he had and heating up those rear tyres.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have really got near him. So I wasn't too worried about catching those guys. I mean, really, it still went to plan. I think I had a good race with a lot of people and had a bit of fun out there. So yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah, no, definitely start at 19th up in the third, so that's a change of 16 spots. Circuit tracks really are one of your fortes. We rode on board with you for a lap or two, and just your steering input very smooth. Not on the gas hard out of the turns. Backing off nice and early, and that really does go to help save those tyres, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, man. The smoother you can be, you use up all the track. You don't really need to be super late under brakes or that sort of thing. That can, help save your tires. So yeah, you're always trying to, get those things done as best you can.
Yeah, definitely. Well, mate, tomorrow night I can't remember where we are.
Oh, I remember because you told me last Saturday it's Kansas.
That's right, Kansas. How can I forget that? Looking forward to that for another run there at Kansas this week.
I would say looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to a challenge. I mean, I know it's not my best, but I haven't done too badly, to be honest. Like I can't be too down on myself. I've done okay there, so I just need to keep it off the fence, and I'll be happy, I think.
I was going to say you had a 266 laps of practice last weekend.
Oh, not quite. But yeah, I had a few laps.
No,
practice,
yeah,
so it should help.
yeah. Well, mate, before we let you go, shout out to sponsors and supporters.
Well, yeah, thanks to you guys for putting all this together on a Wednesday night. Appreciate that, and congrats to Daz and Kai there for a good race, and everybody else as well along the way. It was good fun. Yeah, quick shout to St Regs, South Wales. Ben Max, Neil Pearson for the paints, and all the boys in the team. And yeah, looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Well, congratulations again on third place here at Mid Ohio. And we'll see you tomorrow night in the Cupcast.
I'll be there. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for your time. All right. Well, we are missing Kai Turner. So we might just pull up our race winner, Mr. Darren McKenzie. Welcome to the booth, mate, and congratulations on a great race win.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I thought I threw it away when I ran up the rear end of Brett halfway through the race there, but yeah, come back to me.
Okay. So that explains the damage on the front. We were wondering how you got that. We weren't 100% sure.
Yeah, Brett we come over a crest and he sort of said, I'm going to ease up and let you go by the inside. And yeah, before he'd finished his sentence, I was into his back right-hand corner. So it sort of set me back, gave Kai the chance to get the lead off me. That's sort of when I lost the lead and started losing time. So sort of seen him go for tyres a lap or two before me, and it was just to put the pressure on him after that, and it paid off.
Yeah, were you always planning to split the race in half and come in on lap 19, or were you just playing it by ear and see what Kai did?
Nah, that was the plan all along. Split it halfway. I did a 16-lap run in practice, so I knew by that stage the tyres were getting really loose, so you wouldn't want to try and push out anything more than 20 laps. It's be pushing your luck, I think.
So for you, was it tyre heat or tyre wear, mate?
Heat for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. All right, mate. Well, a nice season. It started well with you for the Daytona win. We were just trying to work out whether you had another win through the season.
I won both road courses.
Okay. Yep. Well, we know the man to watch next season in the road course, boys. The new threats are Darren McKenzie.
Yeah, as long as Dyson gets caught in traffic, I might have a chance.
Well, mate, congratulations on the race win. Before we let you go tonight, shout out to sponsors and supporters.
Yeah, guys at Southern Stars. We got SkyPoint, Mrs. XL Garage, Tiana Holiday Park, RBI Trading Cards, and big shout out to the Tuesday Night Truck League as well. If anyone interested, get hold of Andy or myself, and open setups, trucks, awesome racing. And you guys at the broadcast, thank you for taking the time out of your evening each week.
No worries, mate. Well, again, congratulations on the race win, and thanks for your time tonight.
Cheers.
And with that, Darren McKenzie should secure P3 in the championship as well.
Oh, beautiful. Just put him out. We'll pull up this bloke. Not a great night for him, but nevertheless, being able to secure the Season 1 championship, and I'm talking about Mr. Jason Martin. Congratulations on the Season 1 championship, mate, and more good things to come, I hope.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Happy with the championship win, but a bit disappointed tonight. But I didn't know the track that well, so I was just trying to survive out there and try and get a decent result. But yeah, I was just hanging on for most of the race. I had nothing for the other guys.
Yeah, mate. Look, you start at 10th, and you managed to work up 2 spots. So you can't be disappointed. I did tell you had to turn right here.
I forgot a couple of times and nearly went sliding off the track.
Well, mate, it's been a pretty reasonable or pretty good season. I won't say reasonable because it has been a good season. What we've seen you at Coda just miss out, but so always in that top 10 this season.
Yeah, I think I had a lot of good consistent results for most of the season, except maybe 1 or 2 average results. But yeah, I was pretty consistent all season, so pretty happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mate, congratulations again. Tomorrow night, Cup Cars at Kansas. We're going to see you there to challenge the boys at Kansas.
No, I'll be giving that one a miss again.
All right, no worries.
Time to celebrate.
Celebrations into the night and into tomorrow, mate.
Yep.
Well, mate, congratulations. We'll let you give a shout out to sponsors and supporters for your championship win. And again, from us, congratulations, mate.
I got to thank the boys at Mitch Motorsports, and well done to Josh. I think he got second in the championship, so 1-2 for the Mitch Motorsports boys. Got to be happy with that. Performance e-streaming for doing the broadcast. All the guys at ANZCAR and the guys running ANZCAR. And yeah, bring on next season.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. This season's been great from everyone that's taken part. Some great racing, some tight racing, some big accidents too. But that's motorsport. Well, mate, we'll let you go and get stuck into that champagne. So congratulations again, mate, and we hopefully see you back again next season.
Yep. All things going well, I'll be there for that. I'm enjoying this car, so see you then.
Yep. Thanks, Jason, and good night, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Well, Carl, Matt, what a way to end the season on a road course. Very close for second spot. Was very close right up to the last 5 laps, really. But again, some great racing right throughout the season.
Absolutely, it's been a superb year this year for the Thunder, and we've seen some absolute cracking action. And well, it's been some really good racing. I mean, the winners say it all. We've had so many different winners this season. I was just looking through the standings. You know, we've had 8 different winners this season in the Thunder series out of 12 races. That's fantastic stuff indeed.
Yeah, it definitely is, and even the guys that haven't won races, it's been great racing right throughout the field. Some very big charges and some really good drivers coming to the forefront in different areas of the season too.
No, absolutely. Some absolutely wicked stuff. Well, we're going to be heading off to Kansas next here on Performance E-Streaming, as we said, for the ANZCAR Cup tomorrow night. And then we're going to be having a bit of an off week or two, just with the Thunder and the trucks, of course. They are on their little mid-season break. So we will be back with all of that action in the near future. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to catch all the latest action when it comes up in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I know the trucks are back on the 15th, so be definitely looking forward to bringing that action again live on a Monday night for you over on Checker Flag E-Streaming. And
Absolutely.
then back here with you and Matt for the Thunders again, mate.
Yeah, we look forward to being back in the booth, and well, it'll be a little bit easier next time as I won't be driving a car.
It's good fun, isn't it?
Tiring stuff indeed. Look, congratulations to the winners tonight, and as we said, the champions as well. A big thank you as well to all the competitors for racing this season. I think we had 60 drivers enter into the Thunder Series this year, so a great turnout in the field, and lots of people joining up, and hopefully we'll see that continue next season. But I guess for tonight we'll be rounding up, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a good night and a great race, as I said. I've got a shout out to Mr. Matt Hunter. He's done a little bit of work tonight, pushing the buttons and up here while you've been out enjoying your little Sunday drive, mate. So thanks, Matt, for doing all the hard work in behind the scenes.
No worries.
And of course, pushing everyone's buttons.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. No, yeah, really great season. I mean that that race earlier in the season at Coda is probably one of the best races that I've broadcasted. they hadn't seen. So yeah, if you get a chance, go back and have a look at that one, because that 4-5 car battle for the win of that one was really something special to see.
Yeah, it definitely was. I still remember that, and yeah, very close finish. Right up until the last turn, it was spot on.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was epic stuff there, and look, it's been a pleasure doing that kind of thing. So we look forward to seeing you in a few weeks' time for season number 2 of the Thunder. Well, from all of us here at Performance Eastream, and Mr. Matty Hunter, Mr. Mark Johansson, and myself, Mr. Carl Wilkinson, with you, we will wish you a good night, and we will see you again in the near future.